My name is Cole Melcher, and I am the principal broker for Benchmark Realty's Bowling Green, Kentucky office. Let's see. I got my real estate license in 2012. I joined Benchmark Realty in 2013, and I've been a broker since 2015. Before that, I was a business analyst for a large national retailer and in retail management prior to that. I started my real estate career with a traditional broker with broker splits. I was on a 70-30 split, and I paid that broker nearly $27,000 my first year. That's a lot of money to pay any broker. At the end of that first year, I started thinking hard about what I was getting from my broker in return for giving them such a large percentage of my income. I came to the opinion that the services they were providing me did not line up with the amounts being paid for those services. Coincidence had it that I had received an email from Benchmark around that same time about this new office they were opening just down the street from my current broker. At the time, they were expanding and opening their third office. This was back in 2013. They were advertising a broker model that I hadn't seen before. It was a flat fee model compared to the traditional model with broker splits that I was currently on. The thing that really got my attention was the amounts that they were charging, or to be more specific, how little they were charging. With them doing the math, I would be able to reduce my broker expense by over 80%. I figured there had to be a catch to this flat fee thing. How could a brokerage be so much cheaper than my current broker and pretty much every other broker in town? But I'm a business-minded guy, a numbers guy, so I figured I'd go talk to them and see what it's all about. I figured there had to be some sort of catch, but since the possible amount, the savings amount that I would be saving was so high, I'd at least go hear them out. I figured worst case scenario, if I wasted 20 minutes of my time, so what? So I went and I talked to the broker. I asked my questions, all the while looking for, the hidden fees, those gotcha fees. I couldn't find any. The fees in the emails that I'd been getting were the same fees the broker was telling me. I was early in my career, so I figured, what the heck? If I moved to Benchmark and something not disclosed appeared or something bad came about, I could just move my license back to the previous broker. No harm, no foul. Right? Well, that was 11 years ago, and it was the best decision in my real estate career that I've ever made. 11 years of selling real estate and not paying broker splits. That's an amazing thing, trust me. My last several years of actively being a producing agent, I was selling around 8 to 10 million a year. Our second son had just been born, and I found myself working most evenings and weekends. That's when most buyers want to go take a look at a house. I was missing out on so much with my boys. The first few years with my oldest son had flown by. I took a step back to really think about what was important to me, and that was spending more quality time with my family. I love real estate and the opportunities it can provide for somebody who's willing to go out there and work for it. I genuinely love what I do. I have a teaching mentality, so it brings me joy to help educate agents on the proper way to do things and to help them grow their businesses, helping them grow their business so that they can better provide for their families. As a principal broker, I want to provide an atmosphere and a culture that is conducive to all agents. Whether you sell one house a year or 50, I want all of my agents to feel like they have the support behind them when they need it. When an agent calls me with a question, I want to be there for them. That first broker I was telling you about, the one when I first got into real estate, they were never available. I would call and I would be lucky if they answered the phone. Most of the time, more times than not, it would be the next day before I got a call back. When I would go into the office, they were rarely there. So I know what it's like to not have the support when you need it, especially considering the amounts that I was paying for what should have been exceptional service. I don't want to be like that broker. I make it a priority to answer the phone when my agents call. And I'd say 9 out of 10 times I answer right then and there. If I'm in an appointment or I'm on the other line when they call, I try to send a quick text just to say, hey, I'm tied up at the moment. I'll call you back as soon as I'm free. That way I've at least acknowledged to the agent that they've called, and they know I'll call them back as soon as I can. Any broker can tell you that same thing. Come to my brokerage. I'm extremely accessible to all of my agents, and you really don't know if that's true or not until you get there. So I would say don't take my word for it. I'd encourage anybody who's considering a move to Benchmark, reach out to any of my agents. Ask them how their experience has been thus far and how that lines up with what I'm saying now. I'm confident that they would all tell you they get top-notch broker support from me. Think about this. At the time of this recording, the Bowling Green office has been open for about 6 months now. I have 39 agents, which, if you stop to think about it, is incredible growth for a new office in a new town. There are brokerages in town that have been around for 20 years that don't have this many agents. But think about this. In 6 months, not once have I had an agent move here and then leave to go back to their previous broker. What does that tell you? That tells me that my agents are satisfied with the services they get from Benchmark and that the value that they receive in exchange for the amounts that they pay is higher than what they were receiving at their previous broker. If they didn't, they'd go back to their previous broker. If there were hidden fees or we didn't live up to the hype, they'd go back. But not one single agent has. I think that speaks for itself. What would I tell an agent who is considering a move to Benchmark? Just come talk to me. I'm not a high pressure sales guy. I don't give anybody the hard sell. I'm here to answer questions and provide the facts. There's a lot of misconceptions and fear mongering and sometimes just downright lies told by traditional brokers about flat fee brokerages. Remember, a broker that takes 20 to 30% of an agent's commission, they stand to lose a lot of money if that agent leaves the firm. So they're going to say whatever they feel they need to say in order to convince the agent from leaving. I truly believe we provide the most value for the money of any other broker in town. If you were to somehow create a metric that measured the value you get from a brokerage against what you pay for that brokerage's services, there's not one other broker in town that would score higher than Benchmark. There's not even a close second. We are the only flat fee broker in town, and our flat fee plans are significantly more affordable than anyone else in town by a wide margin. The average agent in this office is saving close to $14,000 per year from what they were paying their previous broker. I have some agents that are saving over $30,000 a year. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money that those agents are putting into their own pockets now that would have gone into their previous broker's pockets. Look past the fear tactics your current broker may be telling you. Do your own research and make an educated decision that's going to be best for you. If after talking to me, you feel your current broker will provide more value than what you would receive at Benchmark, then stay with your current broker. The worst thing that could happen is you waste 15 minutes of your time. But you'll at least know the facts and know for yourself. I keep all appointments 100% confidential. Your current broker will never know you came and spoke with me. Look, this is business. Instead of doing what's best for your broker, you need to do what's best for you and your family. So give me a call. Let's chat. Thanks.